was taken apart by Gilchrist, as those economy rates indicate.
It's always going to be a big ask. They were going well, the partnership between Jayasuriya and Sangakkara. So, still some batting there, but with the revised target coming in, it will be a bit of a mystery until we know what's happening. 1 for 23 for Bracken. He got the early wicket again. He's done that consistently for Australia. Tate has bowled quickly, but he's been expensive. None for 34 from 4.5. McGrath, as you'd expect, 5 overs, none for 25. Watson, none for 42. Bad Hog, 1 for 19, and Michael Clarke picking up the big wicket. Zanith Jayasuriya.
Sri Lankans too came up with some very good efforts in their reply, but the first to go was Taranga, got behind by Gilchrist off Bracken, but then Jayasuriya and Sangakkara brought about a very good recovery. There was a fine stand. They had their share of luck in that stand, but played some wonderfully good shots. Jayasuriya was the more aggressive of the two. Played powerfully on both sides, on both flanks.
It can be unorthodox, but very effective. Sangakkara launching, and McGrath 6 and 4 in the same over, and then pulling one. And they're going all right. Those two are together. And giving themselves a chance. The breakthrough, that Hogg came on. And, onto Sangakkara a little quicker, and then Zanith Jayasuriya be disappointed with the ending to what had been a fine innings. Well, the good news is the covers are coming off, and the umpires are out there trying to work out the revised target, overs, how many you've lost. So I think we're going to have to get out there quickly, because regardless of the weather, it gets dark at about 6:30 anyway.
There's a few cleaning up jobs to be done, but the good news is that there's no rain at the moment, and there's every likelihood of play resuming sooner rather than later. But again, the light also is deteriorating fast. From Sri Lanka's point of view, they certainly would want to get out there and play.
Well, I think the umpires have got to stop worrying whether it's a little damp out there or whether it's a little slippery. It's the World Cup final. You have a full house, a stadium. The game is effectively, if they go off, the game is over. So give everybody a chance. It doesn't matter if it's a little slippery out there. The Australians aren't going to complain, and the Sri Lankans have nothing to lose.
It's been a record crowd here, and they've got their share of entertainment, but they certainly would want to see a good finish to this game, and not by rain. So they're waiting patiently. Umpires working out the revised targets, how many overs they need to take out.
Gilchrist said at the start of the day he'd had a relatively quiet World Cup by his standards. Well, that all changed today. He was at his blistering best. This is his first boundary, followed up very quickly with one launched into the crowd. Possibly on all the bowlers. Some of the straight hitting was quite sensational. Another one. It didn't matter who you were or what you bowled. And Gilchrist is not taking any prisoners.
The Sri Lankans really didn't have any answer to this Gilchrist onslaught.
Just for anyone questioning what that little signal was with his hand, He had half a squash ball in there. It's meant to help him when he's batting. There you go, I've heard of it all now. But it worked today. It was impressive. So Sri Lanka then had to come out and had to be aggressive. Saneth Jayasuriya played as he can only play.
Yes, really would have seen two good innings or two great innings in one match. But Jayasuriya flourished for a while until he was bowled by Clark. Sangakkara too made some contribution to the Sri Lankan innings to make a fight of it. In contrast to Jayasuriya's power hitting, there was more artistry in the manner with Sangakkara batted.
Terrific all-round cricketer, Sangakkara. Well, the Australians are making their way back out onto the field. Sri Lankans will be right behind them. I guarantee that one of the Sri Lankan players will have in his pocket Duckworth Lewis, just to check that it's right with the scoreboard. So one more ball to be bowled.
The captain Mahala Jayawardene played a wonderful innings in that last semi-final, and as we see Chamara Silva, who's also had a very good World Cup, but the task now asked of them would be very difficult.
Got to have lost a couple of overs at least, I would have thought, that short break. Check that all out for you.
Sean Tate under these conditions is going to be quite a handful, and Sri Lankan batsmen, they really have not much time to settle in. They'll need to try and get going right from the word go.
I think there might be a couple of overs that have been lost. Well, here we go. We'll have to wait and see for how much longer. It'll just be one. That brings the end of the 25th over, 150 for 3.
That's the Sri Lankan card. Jayasuriya and Sangakkara in that very fine partnership. The Jayawardene and Chamara Silva still out in the middle. Sri Lanka, although their chances quite slim, still would be quite prepared to battle it away. After all, it's a World Cup which is at stake. So Watson to start off proceedings after the interruption from the Malcolm Marshall end. The Chamara Silva, reputation for being innovative, but this would stretch him to the highest level.
not rainy for the moment.
They pushed their singles where they could, as runs are never going to be easy under these conditions.
Come on, guys, come on.
A little bit of encouragement. Son, just keep our fingers crossed, one of the many liners in the port. Well, I think the hold-up now, the reason we're having a hold-up here is the Mahela Jayawarden has said quite rightly to the umpires, look, two umpires, you've lost 2 overs or whatever, we don't know what we're chasing, we don't know what the total is. And Ricky Ponting won't know what he's defending.
It's a very bizarre situation here. It's quite bizarre, the fact that he's still not able to get the target that the Sri Lankans would be required to chase.
But it can't be that total because we've lost a couple more overs, so well, this is turning into a little bit of a farce because the crowd don't know what's going on. They're unaware of what's happening. The players don't seem to know what's going on. Now, 2 overs off. I wouldn't have thought it was the hardest task in the world. Well, the other problem we've got here is surely that time that's just been stopped there. Does that mean another over's deducted?
Absolutely, because what they decided to play anyhow is Watson now to continue.
Wide is the call. Gilchrist does well in the end there. Oh, an easy ball to take.
I'm not quite sure what Jayawarden intends doing. All that he needs to do is to get runs quickly, but I'm not sure whether he knows what he's looking for. Hurried on him. This might be trouble. Jayawarden are just looking for the safety of his partner, not running as quickly.
Well, we've been told that the target is 269. We know that much. Now, the Duckworth-Blueth pass score at the moment says 0. So, I reckon they might have won it at this rate, Sri Lanka. There's hope for you yet, Ranjit.
Shuffled across, a little too much, and yes, he's been ruled out. Jayawarden just going across his wicket a little too much, and the ball hurrying on him. Caught up in front, and umpire Bucknor ruled him out.
Well, it looked pretty straight, didn't it? He's looking to get across to work the ball into the onside. The only thing you'll consider is it done too much. He's going to go down leg side. He's well back. He's probably going to hit leg stump.
Yes, and he's been asked to go. It's just that the ball hurried on him. Jayawarden goes for 19, Sri Lanka 156 for 4.